When you look at the outside of this building, you have no idea what's inside. You open up the door, and it is like a jewel box. It's just kind of plain on the outside. You open up the door, and all of a sudden you see this amazing, polished restaurant. It's a brother and sister team here, myself and my sister Stefania. I try to focus on the kitchen and the food coming out from the back, and she really prefers to work in the front of the house. We're regional Italian. Our family comes from Sicily, and we have some great dishes that come all the way from the south to the north. I've been to many different regions in Italy. I'm a big fan of layers of flavor, and I'm also a fan of visual. I like it to look good. For me, though, it's most important if it tastes good. If you can do those two things together, I think you got a winner. Treat everyone like they're a regular, and we treat our regulars like a little like family. Since we pull so much from this immediate neighborhood, on a Friday and Saturday especially, this table and that table, there's always going to be a few tables where people know each other, which means sometimes they have to wait a little longer for their pasta, but that's okay, because we'll buy them a drink at the end to make up for it.
So Adam, you say the Sparacino is a slice above all the other Italian restaurants in town. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, if you like a good, traditional, authentic Northern Italian meal, this is the place to go. I grew up in Oak Park, and this is just right outside of Oak Park, and it was just a wonderful place to get like very authentic, like Northern Italian meal. And everyone's friendly there. They have great wine service and a full liquor bar, and it's just a great place to go sit down, enjoy a meal, and just have a good time.
So you grew up in an Italian family, and I have to ask, what makes this restaurant stand out from all the other options that are available to you?
Well, it's all about the sauce. The secret is the sauce. Most Italian restaurants have that similar menu, but as my grandma said, as I brought her, and we just had dinner recently, she said that. She's like, the key to a good Italian restaurant isn't the actual like pasta or that kind of like the actual menu. It's the sauce. If they have a good sauce, then it's all worth going back to.
Well, Julie, what did you think of the sauce?
It was good, but I wasn't overly impressed with my experience. I mean, the meal in itself, yes, it was good. There's no question about it. But I didn't find that there was anything over the top or anything. I didn't eat anything that I could ever see myself craving again in the future, thinking, oh yeah, I want to go back there because I had that and it was so delicious.
What did you order?
I had, for an appetizer, we had eggplant that was, it was tasty. It was rolled up eggplant with ricotta cheese, and it was baked in a tomato sauce with cheese melted over the top. And for my main course, I had a pasta orecchiette with mushrooms, and it was baked in a truffle sauce, which was good. It was good. Overall, though, I think compared to what we ordered, compared to what we paid, we ended up, I had a pasta dish. The person I was with had chicken, and with tip, we left $100 there. And I honestly, there was nothing about that meal that really I thought was worthy of leaving $100.
I liked it, and I liked it for the same reason that I like Mondial, which is the presentation. Presentation over and over and over, just like location and real estate, right? Well, the presentation was magnificent. It was a gem. This place is so beautiful on the inside that you'd go back there just for the decor.
Describe the decor.
The decor it's all dark oak, and it's an old world sort of setting, and it reminded me of my great grandmother's living room. And except for the door, on the door they had a Minoan etched glass sort of motif, and there were two ladies looking at each other. It was just marvelous. And I had a shrimp pasta dish with a kind of a red sauce on it, which was marvelous. And my wife had the I hate to call it tortured veal, but it was she softens the veal by beating on it.
Oh yeah.
And it had the bacon and the
pancetta, yes.
Yes, and of course we shared everything. We do the sharing thing with the swirling the pasta, and I've gotten to the point where I don't need a spoon when I swirl the pasta.
Actually, I actually learned that the correct way to eat pasta, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you're not supposed to swirl it. You're not supposed to use the spoon.
No.
You're supposed to just pick it up,
Yes.
and then you're supposed to bite it and let the rest fall.
Exactly.
That was, yeah. So Adam, Julie was not thrilled, with her pasta dish. I mean, what would you have recommended she try?
I always go for the rigatoni norcina, but because you're vegetarian, you'd have to ask for it on the side. It comes with like a sweet Italian sausage in it. That and the grilled calamari, but.
Again,
Yeah,
I'm out of luck.
yeah, most of their things, surprisingly, besides a few of the pasta, just has some type of meat.
And actually, I thought their bread was fabulous. It was so warm, and the crust, wasn't it so
crispy.
good? Yes.
Crust was crispy and the inside was soft. It was warm, and when you dipped it in the olive oil and the Parmesan,
It just all melted.
wow.
Yeah.
They give you enough oil to make Rachel Ray proud.
Yeah.
It is like easy, Julie, the night that you visited with your boyfriend, what was the crowd like? Did you feel like it was a romantic restaurant while you're on a date?
I think it was romantic in the aspect that it does feel like you're in someone's house eating, and it is, the woodwork in the room is beautiful. The lights were low, there were candles on the table, so there was a certain romantic aspect to it.
and fresh cut flowers.
Fresh cut flowers,
Yes.
which was a very nice accent. The crowd, I think, was a little bit older than, maybe someplace we would typically go.
They do get a lot of older crowds because and it's more of a word of mouth kind of place because you'll never find this place. I swear to God, if no one told you where it was.
So Adam, you picked Sparacino. Give us a summary.
If you like great service, you want to enjoy a great dinner and a great atmosphere, this is just the place to go enjoy a nice Italian meal.
Julie?
Good food, a little bit expensive. I probably won't go back.
All right. Ken?
Great food, good atmosphere, beautiful place. We'll be back.
Well, you can decide for yourself at Sparacino, 6966 West North Avenue, 773-836-2089. Open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $35.